Hey guys, Lord Zeros here. I just wanted to give you a quick update on what happened to the helmet, with all the padding and everything. Practices started up again, so I took the helmet out to the field and used it. And I gotta tell you, the padding actually felt pretty great. Alright, I was taking hits and, I didn't feel any pain or discomfort or anything. But the big problem came in putting the helmet on and taking it off. So I realized that, of course, as you or anyone might have predicted, having this kind of very rubber material with that's very grabby and kind of elastic in the helmet didn't lend itself to being taken off and put on very easily, especially considering that the padding was so thick. So I ended up peeling off those extra mutton chops because they were a little bit too thick. All right, and you can see in there I tore off the Velcro. Ended up not working too well. It's kind of interesting. The Velcro was very effective at adhering to the inside of the helmet. No question. It didn't budge, okay? But the problem came in when it was the Velcro adhering to the padding itself. And it was kind of weird because, like I said, I hope that the two sticky surfaces don't cancel each other out. Well, guess what kind of ended up happening? This side wasn't so bad. The other side was worse, and I ended up removing it entirely. But this side actually was pretty stable. Couldn't complain too much. But now I'm stripping it out to get rid of all of that extra width, because you can see that the Velcro adds width to the padding, and it's not a lot of width, but when you're talking about these very small tolerances, every little bit, every millimeter helps. So I want to replace these mutton chops with this thinner material here in hopes that that will help my head fit, not so snugly, so that the helmet isn't suctioning onto my head. And so it's a little bit easier to put on and remove. But otherwise, I will tell you that everything else in the helmet's working out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the top there. I'm pretty happy with the brow, the way that the brow feels. The elevation was perfect. I put on the helmet, and I was looking out through the eye holes, and I didn't even think about it the whole time. So that's good news. So I just pulled this Velcro out of the helmet, and I wanted to just revise what I said, because the Velcro is really tough. I mean, it really stuck to the helmet. It took me several minutes of prying it up with my fingers to get it off, and it did not go easily. And also, that's not even to say that necessarily that the bond with the gel was bad either. It just wasn't as strong as it was with the helmet. I also wanted to show you just the topography of this gel now. After I peeled it off, I peeled this mutton chop off the other piece here, and you can see the number that the gel glue did to this. I mean, this is really now like pockmarked like the surface of Mars or something. Like, it's just really, you see how chewed up that is, because this glue is actually really strong. So yeah. Alright guys, so I finished up my modifications here. So you can see I stripped out the big old mutton chops on the sides there, and I replaced them with some thinner material. And you can see that there's some kind of jagged cuts in the foam, and the reason for that is because when I put the helmet on at the same time as my gorget, there, you can see that the foam, the padding actually did not allow the helmet to rotate at that point. So that was kind of bad. So, I want to be able to look left and right. So what I did is I just kind of cut a little step into the foam. I didn't have to cut into the gel, which is good. I tried it on, and the helmet, I can now freely rotate the helmet left and right. I don't anticipate doing any more alterations to this, just because it's such a pain in the butt. And the more that you work on the foam, it just kind of wears it down and grinds it down. And you see I'm kind of shredding it there at the ends there, which is not exactly ideal. I wish I would have figured for this, little mechanical complication when I started. But, you can't know everything right at the beginning, so you just have to kind of keep adjusting. And now also another detail is that the edges of the gel is no longer sticky. And that's probably because things have just been kind of, sticking to it. And now that there's, little particles of dirt or sweat or whatever have been sticking to the ends of the gel, that now it's not sticky anymore, and now it's kind of smooth to the touch. Alright guys, well I just wanted to share that quick helmet update with you, and so you can see how everything turned out, in case you were thinking about using the same material, and so that you can learn from my mistakes, because I do make a lot of them. Alright guys, well that's it for today. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget our motto, Noli temere utsujiret, don't be afraid to suck, and I'll see you later. Bye, love you. I mean, I'll see you on the battlefield.